Hi everyone, I hope everyone is having a beautiful day. I'm Tarasha, welcome to my channel. So I have not done a YouTube video in a very long time, and the first one, me coming back, is talking about Power Rangers, which is one of my favorite things. So let's go. So it is Power Ranger Day. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers came out 32 years ago, which is crazy, isn't it? It's very crazy. So for me, for Power Rangers, gonna just tell you guys how I feel about Power Rangers in general, right? We've had season after season of Power Rangers. We've had so many Power Rangers, so many Zords, so many weapons, all types of stuff, motorcycles, but all types of stuff that we just love when you're in this fan base of Power Rangers, right? Now for me, and I'm going to be 100% real with you guys, I've never been to one of like the conventions and stuff to meet the actors and the actresses that played these wonderful characters, and that is my goal. The next 2 years, that is my goal, to meet some of them, because I grew up with Power Rangers. Power Rangers is, I would consider Power Rangers my first obsession. I really would. Because I wrote something, because I was thinking, I knew today was Power Ranger Day. I knew that Mighty Morphin Power Rangers came out 32 years ago. So I wrote a whole thing of how I felt about Power Rangers and where my feelings lie today. So I'm going to read that off with you guys and hope you guys like it. So 32 years ago, we met 5 teenagers. We met Jason, Kimberly, Trina, Billy, and Zach. And later on, we met Tommy. 32 years ago, I was 3 years old. Since Power Rangers came into my life at 3 years old, I have not stopped talking about Power Rangers. Since then, Power Rangers is special because it was my first obsession. I had it when it came to Power Rangers. I've had many obsessions now that I am 35, like Power Rangers, superheroes, Marvel, DC, etc., and it just goes on. I fell in love with superheroes and books and among other things. I know everything about Power Rangers, all the seasons that we've had since. What's special about Power Rangers, each episode had something. Something with a Pacific Power Ranger, or something with a Pacific Zord. Or we just know more about those characters. I know my favorite moments. I know my favorite Rangers. I keep telling people that Power Rangers is the way to go. In the beginning, my love for Power Rangers make me so happy, and still today. I do something like reminisce all the time. I always go back in my millennial years and think about everything that when it comes to TV, movies, and everything else. Power Rangers will always be my number one. The first group of Power Rangers will always stick in my head, always. Kimberly is my girl. Billy, I connect with because he was smart just like I was. I was smart. But all the Power Rangers, when it comes to Jason, Billy, Zach, Trina, and among other Power Rangers we've had through the years, I get emotional because that is my thing. Power Rangers is my thing. It will always be my thing. I cannot wait until the next generation discovers Power Rangers. Yes, I am very special to be, when I was 3 years old, to get introduced to Power Rangers in this phenomenon that we call the Power Rangers. That was it. That's what I read. I have more to add to that, and I'm also going to share in this video my top 10. My top 10 seasons And what I love about Power Rangers. Now, for me, you could get Power Rangers in many ways: movies, TV shows, even comic books. And I have dabbled in all three. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie, which came out in 1995, which is 30 years old, and which I believe turned 30 years old this year. It's one of my favorite movies as a kid and as an adult. I introduced Power Rangers to my cousins, my nieces, and my nephews. And the reason why I did that is because sometimes when you love something so much, you want to let other people in on it, right? And when I found out that they had comic books, I started reading the comic books. Now, if you're a big comic book reader like I am and you love superheroes, Power Rangers will be your thing, okay? And growing up watching Power Rangers, and this is for me, a lot of millennials know this. We grew up with not streaming. We didn't. When it premiered, and that was it. And I'm happy that my mom said, "Well, I think you will like this," and she was absolutely right. She was also right about the fact that I would love superheroes, and this is why I talk about movies and TV shows and superheroes as of today, right? When I think of the first group of Power Rangers, of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, that was it. Or just that 90s, like, Mighty Morphin, Zeo, Turbo, Lost Galaxy. When I think of all of them, I'm thinking my childhood. And for me, it's something special. And it can never be touched, and no one can't ruin it for me because I have the memories that I have. Now, before I get into my top 10 Power Rangers, I want to share one special team up that I absolutely love, which they did for their 10-year anniversary, which is Forever Red. Forever Red, you had all these red Power Rangers getting together, and I loved it. I loved the fact, knowing the fact up to then, I was watching all the seasons. I also had it on VHS. I wish I would have kept those, but moving and stuff got lost. And now I'm 35 and I'm thinking about collecting more Power Ranger stuff, and also collecting VHSs from my childhood. It's going to be hard, but I want to do it. And for me, when it comes to Forever Red, and seeing all those scenes, seeing Tommy, seeing Jason, seeing all these wonderful Power Rangers, I loved it. At that time, we were in Wild Force, and that episode was in Wild Force. Um, as I'm talking about Power Rangers, certain memories are coming to my brain, so bear with me. But I loved everything about Forever Red. The fighting, I love the fact that we got two type of things: them fighting out of the suits and them fighting in the suits, and certain team ups, you know. So if you hear that, my little cousins are here. But I loved that they did that. Now going into my top 10, let's go to 10 all the way to number 1. I also have it on my phone because I my memory shot. Number 10 will be Power Ranger SPD. I thought SPD was very interesting when I first watched it, and since then I've watched it a couple of times just to get a more hold of the story itself. I love the fact that we were in the future, more in the future, and Power Rangers were dabbling in future, which was not their first time because we had Power Rangers Time Force. Number 9 will be Power Rangers Zeo. Power Rangers Zeo was right after Mighty Morphin. And so we seen Tommy, we seen Billy, we seen certain characters that we grew up with. And going into that, number 8 is Power Ranger Mystic Force. Now, I remember when they came out and said, "Oh, we're doing Mystic Force," I was excited. I thought the characters and then messing with like magic and certain like this story with the Red Ranger, him finding his parents. I thought that was very interesting and a very cool storyline. And I thought it was amazing. The suits, now I understand. I remember when they first came out with the suits and people were like, a cape? Why a cape? I thought it was interesting. See, I'm in the superheroes and I love superheroes with capes, okay? And I thought that was interesting and something different with the suits that they were doing. Number 7 will be Wild Force. Wild Force is one of my favorites because I thought it was like coming off of certain other Power Rangers. It was a lot of them have different backgrounds and different personalities, and I like that. I like the fact that you have the preppy girl, or you have like the kind of the girl rough around the edges, and the leader was very outgoing, and all he wanted to do was save the world and stuff like that. I love that because it was such a good series, and one of my favorite, well, two of my favorites, but one of my favorite team ups, which I just talked about, Forever Red. Number 6 will be Lost Galaxy. Lost Galaxy is very vivid, like in my mind, just because just I forgot what years it came out. I'll probably put it on the screen somewhere. But I thought Lost Galaxy was, it will always be in my top 10. There's two that will always be in my top 10, and that's Lost Galaxy and another one I'm going to mention in this thing. But I thought it was very interesting. Number 5 is Lightspeed Rescue. Lightspeed Rescue, and I remember seeing the premiere of Lightspeed Rescue, and the way they recruited the Power Rangers was very interesting. They all had a different background. One was very extreme sports. One was like the mechanic. Carter was the fireman. Then you had one was like a nurse slash doctor, I want to say, and all of them had different type of backgrounds, and I thought that was interesting. And the fact that it was getting more broader. We're seeing more stuff. Stuff is being connected. Stuff like that. I loved it. The next one is number 4, which would be Dino Thunder. I could sit up here and talk about Dino Thunder. So many, okay? Dino Thunder is the coming back of Tommy, right? And we hear more about what Tommy was doing after Mighty Morphin and Zeo. And the fact that, you know, he had a mysterious past. Well, the 3 students didn't know that until later on in the seasons. But I love one episode, which I'll put the title of it up here, is when he goes missing. And the 3 students find more out about him. And that episode is amazing, okay? This is also when you get into the territory of the fact that we went to 5 Rangers to 3. It was Ninja Storm first and then Dino Thunder. And I thought that was very interesting because, yes, we had 5 Rangers and then we go to 3 and then other people gets added on. But same thing for 5. We have 5 Rangers, other Rangers get added in, which I love. Because when you get introduced to a new Power Ranger, you get introduced to a new suit, new Zords, all types of stuff, and that is the thing about Power Rangers that I love. You get introduced to these 5 or 3 first, and you learn more about other people along the way, and more about them in general. Number 3 will be Time Force. Time Force is another one for me that I thought was very interesting. You have these Rangers that are from a different time, in the future, and they come back. They come into the modern time in a different time, and they try to find someone that has the same DNA as they're trying to find for the Red Ranger. I thought that was interesting. Just in itself for Time Force, that's when we started messing with time, and we see future stuff, we see modern stuff, we see just more stuff in general. Number 2 will be Turbo, okay? Now with Turbo, we see one team and then another team. This is when stuff gets kind of like what's happening. Like Tommy and the other ones, they leave and they give it to other Rangers, which I thought was very interesting. Now, Power Ranger in Space is not on this list, but the way they go into um, Power Ranger Turbo going into Power Ranger Space was amazing, right? I have another moment that I'm going to talk about right after I'm done with this. The next one, Mighty Morphin. It has to be number 1. It has to be. And the reason why I say that is because childhood. I could sit here hours on end and talk about Mighty Morphin. Mighty Morphin is the start, is the beginning, right, of Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin. And for me, I said this in the beginning, I reminisce and go back to Mighty Morphin because every time I watch Mighty Morphin, I get memories like certain things certain things just jolt in my mind. I love Mighty Morphin, and I cannot stop talking about Mighty Morphin. Another memory that just popped up in my head when I was talking, when I mentioned Power Rangers in Space, is there's another moment. Now, my first moment is Forever Red. My second moment is Power Ranger in Space. There's a team up that they did. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles appeared in Power Rangers in Space. Now, in that time in the 90s, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles had a show. It was a live action show, and I'll put it right here. And apparently they teamed up with Power Rangers in Space. Now, at the time in that episode, Andromeda, I think that was her name, she hypnotized the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to get on the Power Rangers' good side. It didn't happen, you know. And then after that, they teamed up, and I thought that was amazing because I love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, okay? And then the team up with Power Rangers was just the best thing. It was the best thing it was. And I love it. And if you guys have not watched that episode, I'll put the season it's in and the title of the episode. And plus, I'm also going to put the live action show that they did in the 90s and see if I can find it anywhere, and I'll tell you guys where to find it. Now, I did a video I want to say weeks ago, maybe a month ago. A lot of people can't find Power Rangers on streaming. And the reason why I want to say, I will tell you guys where it's at or multiple places where to find it, because a lot of people, a lot of fans, and a lot of parents that have kids are probably want to introduce them to Power Rangers. So I'll put it somewhere on the screen where you can find it, okay? Now, this is towards the end of my video, and for me, this is what I'm going to say. Power Rangers, to me, will always be a focus of sitting down, watching the show, and being amazed. For me, when I was a child, I was more focused on, when I was growing up, I was into multiple things. And I've said this before, as a girl, as a woman now, but as a girl, a lot of people look at me different because I'm into these things. Because I'm into Power Rangers and superheroes and comic books and all that kind of stuff. I did a video a long time ago, maybe a year ago, that I should be more into girly stuff, right? And for me, I love what I love. I love Star Wars. I love Star Trek. I love all these things. And Power Rangers will be number 1 or top 5 on my list always, okay? Always. It doesn't matter if you are a girl, boy, doesn't matter if you are 40 years old and you love what you love what you love. Okay? Don't let no one tell you or bully you into different things. Because at the end of the day, you like what you like, and no one can't tell you what to do. And for me, I'm telling little girls, specifically, little girls, if you love books and you love comic books and you have your favorite superhero like Wonder Woman or Batman or something, and you love those characters and you want to dig deep into those characters, ask your mom or your dad or your grandpa or your big brother to take you to a comic book store, and you will be amazed. Okay? This is why I tell people to get outside of your box. Okay? When you're so comfortable in that box, you see the same stuff over and over and over again. And for me, about 10, 15 years ago, I knew I was in the same box because I was watching the same movies over and over again. And that's how I got introduced to anime shows, anime movies, and also um, just books in general, and movies and stuff, and TV shows. If you like drama, you love drama, but get outside of that. If you like action, watch comedy, watch horror. Now, y'all know I'm not a big fan of horror, but I will watch a horror movie in a heartbeat if someone recommends one to me. But I'm here to say, if you love what you love and you like what you like, or you want to get outside your comfort zone, this is the moment. This is the moment that you get outside your comfort zone. This is the moment that you do something that people are not expecting. Do something that's going to throw you off, but also throw the people that are watching you. Because for me, I did this couple years ago. I decided to turn on this camera. I decided to make videos on my phone, to have a YouTube channel, to get outside of my box, because I thought I thought I didn't have a voice. I do have a voice, and I'm here to spread love and the comfort of superheroes and books and comic books, all types of stuff. I'm here to to do something and talk about something that I love and care about. But I hope everyone has a good Power Ranger day, and I hope everyone has a beautiful day. And I am also on Instagram. I'm also on TikTok and a bunch of other stuff, and I'll put them right here so you guys can see me other places. And I hope everyone is having a beautiful day. Bye.